Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, March 29th, 2018. Read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue, here on this last trading day in the month of March. Tomorrow's going to be a market holiday, so today is the last trading day. Should be a very interesting one. They always are to me. Anyway, with that, let's get into today's video. If you're a regular viewer, then you know I always start my videos off with a look at the Russel Index. I use the Russel as my simple proxy for the markets overall. As long as the Russel is moving higher, I'm adding new names to my watch list. When the Russel is moving lower or below the 8-day EMA, which is what I use as my guide, I am sitting tight or getting defensive. And so we'll start off by looking at the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000. And I like to step back and take a look at it on the big picture 5-year monthly time frame. So here are the candles shaping up so far. So here's March, February, January. So as you can see with the March candle, we got all the way to the top of the January highs. We were talking in our videos saying careful in this area. It was rejected in the past. It might be rejected again. Sure enough, it was. And here's where we sit right here, right now. Basically pretty close to the base of the February lows. So an important area to hold. So the shape of this candle is really pretty interesting. Either we go higher from here, or we lose support and go lower. So we thought March's candle was going to be a super important month, and it has been, at least from my perspective. April will be even more important. Either we're going to get confirmation of the uptrend and it's going to continue higher from this base here in April, and this was just consolidation, or it's going to roll lower and price will probably go below the 8-day EMA on the monthly candle, which is, you know, for me, I'm getting pretty bearish if that happens in the month of April. So far, we're up and over that 8-day though. So now I'm going to put my drawings back in, and I apologize because it gets a little cluttery, but I just want you to see this blue line down here is long-term support resistance. The orange is medium, the pink is short-term. As I say in just about every video, the most important line to me is this black diagonal line. Why? Because the black diagonal line held price in on the Russell through all of 2017. See how it was corralled by the orange down here and the black? And then it moved up and over the black diagonal line until February, where it bled below. And we are currently below in the month of March. So I want to see it regain the black diagonal line. So I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 2-year weekly. You can see it's consolidating here on the weekly chart. We drew this blue line in a few videos ago saying, okay, if the Russell's going to resume the uptrend, it's going to need to get through this blue line and go higher. So it's kind of at an apex here, as you can see on the weekly, where we are below support. So my orientation overall is still bearish until proven otherwise. So we are below support, but we are in an area where price did find that footing in the past. So very important area right here, right now. Going to move it away from the weekly, but before I do, I want you to note price on the Russell is below the 8-day EMA on the weekly. So now I'm going to pull it into the 6-month daily, and you can see how the candles have been behaving in this area. Are we going to make a higher high? So this was a swing low, a higher high. And will we make a higher high here? We're going to open in this area, but I want to see it hold. So I will be most interested to see what happens when the Russell gets into this area right up here, up against our black diagonal line. Will it hold, or will it be rejected and go lower? As a reminder, because we're below support, I am still bearish until proven otherwise. So I want to see it regain this black diagonal line, and then I want to see it go through my blue line. Anyway, with price on the Russell trading below the 8-day EMA on the daily chart, I am not going to put any new names forward for my watch list, but I will highlight a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick that looks really interesting in this area should we get that price strength and that positive candle that pulls us up and over the black diagonal line in the days ahead. These videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday, so I won't put another one out until next Tuesday. So if we get that price strength, here is one to keep an eye on. And that old chart of the day cafe pick that I think might be worth keeping an eye on in this area is Micron Technology, ticker symbol MU. We're looking at the 2-year weekly chart. You can see that on the 2-year weekly it's in a beautiful uptrend. I featured it as my chart of the day cafe pick. I don't know if you can see that teeny tiny green circle, but we're looking at the weekly. It'll become more obvious on the daily. On January 16th, 2018. It was consolidating here. It hadn't moved up and over the blue, but it was worth keeping an eye on because the scores were oh so high. It had a little dip below, but then when it caught the blue, it had this rocket move higher. With the price, with the weakness in the market, it's come into this area of support. You can see. I'll move it into the daily so you can see a little better. So we're looking at the 2-year weekly. There's the 9-month daily. There's the green circle day where we put it forward. When it caught that blue 8-day EMA, boom. It looks as though it may want to halt the downtrend should the markets find strength. It's all about the markets overall. But I will be looking for MU to regain the blue 8-day EMA, move up and over it and into the green circle. Check the scores on Micron Technology this morning. They're still super high. You know me, I'm all about the fundamentals underneath my chart. MU has a super high value score, a current forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 44%, and a current PE of 5.28. So Micron Technology, keep an eye. Thank you for watching today's video. Have a great long weekend, and my next video goes out next Tuesday. Thanks for watching.